for them to spend. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Drops back. It's Slevin. Rush right in his face. Got rid of it just in time. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams had unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Selling the fake. Rush is on. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Looking for room. He's got great speed. Oh, the sweet feet. Running through contact. Found a little run room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Jones to throw. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Taking it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They'll snag it just inside the 10.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back down.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Jones wants to throw it. Going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And the extra point is good. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
2nd down, going to throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
It's caught along the sideline, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the 1st down if he could have stayed in the field of play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Searching for space. There he goes. Open it up. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabs it. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense in a bunch formation. Throws it back. Right side, it's Harris. There he goes. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Runs for the tackle. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it.
Touchdown, Tigers! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Guys, LSU has the lead here. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Here's the return from inside the 25. Out of bounds at the 43. He took that one back not too far from midfield. Great job by the return team. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Ball.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Jones wants to throw it. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
Yeah, I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Finds a crease at the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Gators. Setting up for the extra point and the time. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Into the secondary on the right. Inside the 30. Inside the into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. And let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Gators right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Right side, it's Singleton. Nice move, creates some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the wideout. Caught. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And the D deny them on second and goal. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Going to take a shot on second and short. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Gators! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. He's going for a big play downfield. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 10 team, the USC Trojans.
Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32.
And it's the Huskers able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. This will push them to 2-0 on the season.
Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. They'll open the second half with a run. Driven back. And the Gators moving quickly to the line.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
And you're seeing on both sides really...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays. But there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. Snags it. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Here's Durham one more time. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Durham. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Hits inside. It's Pryor. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Out wide right, it's Brown. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot, work in the middle of the field, and you know how fast he is. You just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Run in the red zone, it's Durham fighting off the defender. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. 3rd and long is now turned into 4th and forever. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Finds a crease. It's Pryor. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next?
And now the hit knocks it loose. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
Back to throw. It's Levitt. Still looking to his right. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll try the right side.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Sells to fake. Throws to the wideout. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. The way these two teams are putting up numbers, all kinds of time left as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Handoff, Caden Durham. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your...
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Durham. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Levitt. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Wants to go up top on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Move to his right. Right side, it's Brown. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Handoff for Ball. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last two possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mays. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll line up for a second down play. Jones to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Makes the grab. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. A full dive to haul that one in. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that, with the game on the line. Go out and execute, ice this game.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because